The cannibal king of Congo, Mabwila's blood rain. Asterisk. In the deepest heart of Africa, where rivers coil like serpents and the forest is alive with voices older than mankind, there once rose a king whose name brought terror to the Congo. His name was Mabwila. To his people, he was a ruler of iron will. To his enemies, he was a shadow of horror. And to history, he is remembered as the cannibal king of Congo, a man who did not just slay his enemies, but devoured them. Long before the throne, Mabwila was a boy with hunger in his eyes. His father, a warrior, fell in battle. His mother, a stern woman of the forest clans, whispered to him a lesson that would shape his destiny. To rule men, you must take their courage. To take their courage, you must eat their hearts. This was not common teaching. Most villages spoke of honor, of ancestors, of the spirits that blessed harvests. But in Mabwila's household, a darker seed was planted. As a boy, he watched warriors return from raids with blood on their spears. He listened to drums that sang of conquest. And when chiefs held feasts, he sat close to the fire, staring not at the roasted goats or fish, but at the warriors themselves, as if imagining their flesh upon the flames. When his clan's chief died without an heir, chaos followed. Families fought, rivals clashed, and blood was spilled. In the middle of this storm, Mabwila rose. He did not ask for the throne. He took it. On the night of his coronation, as flames licked the sky, Mabwila slew his greatest rival before the gathered people. He cut open the man's chest, pulled forth the dripping heart, and lifted it high. Then, before the horrified eyes of his people, he bit into it. The crowd gasped, women screamed, children hid their faces. But none dared challenge him. From that moment, Mabwila declared, "A king does not just kill his enemies. A king devours them, so their spirit forever serves him." Mabwila's palace was unlike any other in Congo. Where most kings built halls decorated with ivory, beads, or carvings of ancestors, Mabwila's throne was carved with bones. Skulls lined the walls. Necklaces of jawbones rattled on his chest as he sat, watching with the cold eyes of a predator. His warriors brought him captives from every raid. Chiefs, hunters, even women accused of betrayal. None returned. It was whispered that inside his halls, feasts were held not with goat or fish, but with flesh roasted on slow fires. The crackling fat was said to mix with the smoke of burning wood, filling the air with a smell that clung to the skin of those who served him. Mothers warned their children, "Sleep, or Mabwila will eat you." Traders who passed through his territory spoke in hushed voices, saying, "The king does not drink palm wine alone. He mixes it with blood." To his followers, this made him powerful. They believed each bite of human flesh gave him the strength, wisdom, and courage of the devoured. His armies marched with ferocity, convinced that their king carried the power of 100 souls within him. But to others, he was no man. He was a monster. It happened on a night of heavy rain, when the drums were silent and the fire burned low. Mabwila's generals placed poison into his calabash of palm wine. When he drank, his body stiffened. His jaw clenched, foam bubbled from his lips, and he fell upon the ground, thrashing like a dying beast. The great cannibal king was helpless at last. But death was not enough for his people. They remembered the prophecy. They remembered the countless souls devoured. So in a final act of vengeance, they roasted Mabwila's flesh and forced his loyalists to eat him. The prophecy had been fulfilled. The king who ate his people was eaten by his people. Mabwila's reign ended not with glory, not with empire, not with songs of greatness. His name became a curse, his memory a warning. Even today, in the villages of Congo, elders whisper his story to children around the fire. They say that when the wind howls through the forest at night, it carries the cries of those he devoured and the scream of Mabwila himself, forever tormented by the souls he could not digest. He is remembered not as a king of wealth, not as a builder of cities, but as a shadow, a reminder of the darkest hunger within mankind. Asterisk. This was the reign of Mabwila, the cannibal king of Congo. A tale of blood, of terror, of prophecy fulfilled. When a leader feeds on his people, he too shall be devoured. Back into index pointing right if you want to uncover more forgotten histories of kings, warriors, and empires of Africa. Subscribe to Blood of Empire.